Bobby, you are a lifter. You've lifted ACG New York to a place of prominence and leadership throughout ACG. You've grown it. You've provided incredible innovation and creativity and leadership. You've lifted your family to a place of love and affection and wonderful young adults. And even your parents are a little startled and surprised by your success. But you've lifted their hearts as well. You've lifted your peers and your colleagues here who know you as a man of integrity, a man of vision. And so today it is incredibly appropriate that the first Peter Hilton Founders Award, which is named after one of the founders of ACG, and Peter Hilton was a visionary in his own right, it's entirely appropriate that we present on behalf of ACG New York, Stephen, and the board, the very first award, the Hilton Award, named after a visionary, to a visionary, and that is to Bobby. Bobby, but I'm truly honored today to be among you, the finalists and winners being considered for tonight's ACG New York Champions Awards, and accepting the first ACG New York Peter Hilton Award for Leadership. So who was Peter Hilton, and why is he important to the history of ACG? He was someone like all of us. He had a simple vision of bringing together a core group of middle market professionals to develop long-lasting deep relationships. He was respected as a creator, catalyst, author, and businessman. He was described as someone concerned with all aspects of corporate growth, from product innovations to acquisitions, divestitures, and corporate diversification programs. What started in 1954, some people think it just started a couple years ago, but in 1954, among a group of executives, evolved 18 years later into the first intergrowth in Mexico, attended by 50 couples, and it included the ambassador to Mexico, and even, get this, Donald Rumsfeld, who was then the director of the U.S. Office of Economic Development for President Nixon, and for many of that, later Secretary of Defense, actually the longest, I think the second longest serving Secretary of Defense. And as Laura goes, he insisted he paid the $24 to attend. And he spoke at that one. So what started out as a small group now consists of 14,000 middle market professionals in actually 56 chapters that includes North America, Europe, and China. Quite a vision, quite an accomplishment. So what is it about ACG that makes it so special? If you look around the room, you will see that you are in the company of many of the top practitioners in the middle market. We source, package, buy, sell, finance, and create wealth. We make business growth happen. We not only provide livelihoods, we seek out opportunities where we can make companies not just more profitable and efficient, but create new job growth. We give back to the community and serve on boards and donate to a multitude of causes, as well as supporting one another when in trouble. ACG creates relationships that lead to new possibilities. I would like to thank our ACG co-committee chairs, John and Zach, for undertaking this effort to make tonight a success, as well as the M&A advisor team led by Roger Afonaldo and co-chair David Ferguson, who just put a tremendous amount of time, and it's true, 2 o'clock in the morning emails for this. And of course, Sotheby's for welcoming ACG to their home. A big thank you to our MC tonight, Randy Schwimmer, the editor of On the Left, who is always there for ACG. Always, even when I begged him. And his wife, by the way, who let him come to that. I'd like to thank Gary LaBranch, ACG's global president and CEO, for supporting the growth of ACG New York. I have been effective in building ACG New York York because of the team that I've had the good fortune to work with. This includes President Steve Prosper. Steve's here someplace. Yeah, Steve. Who has provided the leadership and guidance and support to continue to move ACG New York forward. The result being our winning chapter leader for 2010. And of course, our board of directors who is constantly engaged in the growth of the chapter. We are probably one of the hardest working boards of probably any year that I've known that I've been involved with ACG. I've also been blessed to be able to work with Lou Halstead. Right here. Lou, you have to say that. I'm proud of my son Austin, who graduated yesterday from high school, and now is eagerly moving forward in this world. Don't we all remember when that happened to us? It was just like yesterday, right? As well as my daughter Victoria, a rising senior in high school who gives of herself to those in need in countless ways. Lastly, I thank my parents, Marvin and Ivy, who are here with us tonight. My success would not be possible. They've always taught me to always make a difference, which I've passed down to my children. Lastly, while the United States has a lot of work to do to right-size the economy, we are a country that knows how to roll up our sleeves and get to work. ACG members provide the intellectual and financial capital, experience, and knowledge to create the stimulus for growth. I encourage you to keep making and developing new relationships and supporting ACG. Good night, and again, congratulations to all the winners and finalists.
Don't go anywhere. I think Patrick Hurley has a few words that he'd like to say. So Patrick, the floor is yours.
Bob, on behalf of all your friends here tonight and from ACG afar, we want to show our appreciation for the only man who could bring the Blues Brothers and Endless Summer to Intergrove, for your great style and your wonderful spirit. Congratulations.
I'm Maribel Aber for MNA.TV. I'm with Bobby Blumenfeld, and you just won a big award.
Thank you. I did. It was a lot of hard work over the last about 12 years with ACG New York, and 6 years as president, and growing it from 185 members to 900 members, and from 9 lunches to 58 events and conferences and events like this tonight.
What does this recognition mean to you?
Well, it means a lot because the Peter Hilton Award, Peter Hilton was a gentleman with a vision of a handful of gentlemen, at that time as gentlemen, got together for meals, just for lunch, just to talk about the industry. And that's sort of more, not overnight, but in 18 years later, they had their first, we have a national conference of Intergrowth. And then today we have over 2,000 people, so from 50 people to 2,000 people, and just being part of a great organization where just about everybody I've met in the ACG has really been very helpful, and you can call them up and talk to them, and very accessible. So it's a great organization to be really a part of. And now this is not what I did professionally all my life. I was in investment banking, I was in restructuring and turnaround, I was even in the fashion industry and retail. And I can honestly say this is probably one of the most rewarding things I've done in my whole life. So
Wow, that's fantastic.
it's great to do this full time, and it's a job now, so it's great.
Well, and you're a great representation for it. So
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
Pleasure.